Central African Republic's incumbent President Toudera says he will run for a third term in office. He confirmed his bid on Saturday after his nomination as presidential candidate by his United Hearts Movement party. Toudera's current term was meant to be his last, but a 2023 constitutional referendum saw the two-term limit abolished. It also extended the presidential mandate from 5 to 7 years. Since taking office in 2016, 68-year-old has enlisted outside forces to stay in power, including mercenaries from Russia's Wagner Group, amid a persistent conflict. Since independence from France in 1960, the resource-rich country has witnessed waves of instability, including coups and rebellions. No date has been set for December's presidential legislative.
Hello, my people. The Central African Republic president are going for is going for a third term in office. First in Toudera is contesting for the third term in office. You know, this is 68 years old Toudera want to contest for the third term in a general election coming in December 2025. And we see this often in Africa, like once these people get into power, they want to have power elongation, you know, they want to stay for a long time in power. And, you know, there I think he came in 2016. And he went for the second term in 2020. And now in 2025, he's going for another term, you know what I mean? And people might think like this guy is going to stop from here. Once he goes for third term, he's not going to go again. But we see this pattern before. You know, before he finishes his third term, I'm giving you a prediction now, he's going to change the constitution, if he have not already changed it, so that he can go for fourth term. This is what we see. This, our brothers, you know, when they get to power in Africa, they want to stay there for as long as they can. They want to hold on to power, even though they're not doing well. And Central African Republic is a small country in Africa. You know, they shouldn't be, the things should be going well in that country, but it's not. You know, it's not going well, and the leaders, they still want to be there. They don't believe that anyone can do a better job more than them. And we see it this year alone, a lot of African old heads, old president coming for the second term. We see it in Uganda, we see it in Ghana, not in Ghana, we see it in Cameroon. And we see it in Ivory Coast as well. You know what I mean? All these people, they want to stay in power as long as they can. And we see, because this is a bad example we have before in Africa. Some African leaders like Mugabe that have set this kind of president. You know, they have set this kind of, you know, pattern for people to follow. You know, once you get to power, don't lose it. Hang on to it, even if you're not doing well. And these people have bought into this mentality, you know what I mean? And that's why Africa, we are where we are today. Because people are not there to serve their own people. They are there to make sure they stay in power. You know, we know that power in Africa is not, it's like you're in holiday. You're in holiday mood. Because they don't do, most of these leaders don't do work. Like when you compare the leaders in the West, where they go to meetings, they really engage in the economy. They want the economy to be good. But in Africa, those things, they don't talk about it. Either they start going on holidays, you know, or, you know, doing some silly stuff, you know, in the country, and thinking that they are doing well. They're not doing well. If they're doing well, you know, even the sign of doing well is for you to have, like, you know, give another person a chance to do more than you did. The country should not be like, even if you're doing well, the country should not be dependent on you only. If you are the only good person that can do well in a country, that country have a problem. If they depend on one man, you know what I mean? But our African brothers doesn't think that way. And it's unfortunate. Peace.